Hello there and welcome to our first edition of News Tonight here on UBC TV this Tuesday, the 30th day of May 2023. We are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcast House here on Nile Avenue. Now, President Yoweri Museveni has issued new payment terms for poverty alleviation programs, Parish Development Model and Emyoga. According to the new order, the beneficiaries of Parish Development Model will start paying back their loan installment after 2 years and Emyoga after 1 year as opposed to 4 months. Now, the President issued the directive at the NRM Parliamentary Retreat at Chankwanzi.
What you really need to emphasize is you, the leader. You know, what I saw from independence here was the disconnection between the elite, the Abasoma, with the ordinary people. This was the biggest problem I saw in Ankole there. So the few inspection trips I have done in Acholi, in West Nile, and recently in Masaka, you can see some cases of lack of connection. First of all, corruption by some of the people. For instance, in Gulu, in one of the wards in the city, they never formed properly the parish circle. And why did they not form the parish circle properly? Because the headquarters stampeded them, said you must form circles by this time. And he gave them, I think, a short time or something like that. And because of that, a few people under the commercial officer and that crowd of people met and said they had formed a circle. They started demanding money to be paid back in Emyoga in 4 months. 4 months. I came to know this from the intelligence. Why do you want people to pay back in 4 months? When I asked Kasoro, he said, no, some of them want to pay in 4 months. I said, this is a bit suspicious. This money we are putting is really a dynamite against all the parasites in Uganda. The money lenders who have been extorting money from people, these commercial banks, they are all worried about this money. Because this is cheap, affordable, and useful money. So they are trying to campaign it to make it fail. I don't want you to hear anybody paying back the Emyoga money in less than 12 months. Emyoga, you start paying back after 12 months. And the borrower decides whether to pay all the amount at a go or to pay in installments but finish within 24 months. That's my directive now, and I don't want any other debate on this. This is finished now. If I hear any deviation, you will see what I will do. Now, for the PDM, Parish Development Model, because we are dealing with agriculture, the crops take time to mature. So for those ones, my directive is let them start paying after 24 months. And the borrower can decide whether to pay all at a go or pay in installments but finish in 36 months. That is is it 1 year and a half or what? 3 years. 3 years. Because what we are looking for, because what Kasoro was telling me that the fund is growing. The fund is growing. Yes, the fund can grow if you give it to businessmen and they pay back. The fund can grow, but our people don't grow. The purpose is for our people to grow, not so much for the fund to grow. This is actually an improvement to have this revolving fund.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni ending that report there, and of course giving directives in as far as paying back the Emyoga and parish development model funds are concerned. Now, Jinja Catholic pilgrims who started a 3-day journey on Monday, the 29th of May 2023 to Namugongo have reached Mukono City, where they will spend Tuesday night ahead of the final journey slated for Wednesday, the 31st of May 2023. The team, currently refreshing at St. Paul's Catholic Church in Mukono, will be joined on Wednesday by Jinja Diocese Bishop, Right Reverend Martin Wamika, the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, and Kasule Justin Lumumba for the final lap of the trek.
3 days journey for Jinja Diocese pilgrims heading to Namugongo Catholic shrines is now left with only 1 day. These pilgrims who initiated the trek to Namugongo shrines on 29th Monday 2023 from Jinja City and spent a night at Rukidi Municipality Cathedral have on Tuesday 30th May 2023 set off from Mukono City. The trek is full of vigor, love and passion.
I know it is not by my effort, but the Lord will give me the grace since He has been with us.
The Busoga Prime Minister, Joseph Muvawala, is among those heading to Namugongo.
The journey is good. We have to endure, we have to suffer if we are to be devoted.
Muvawala tells us this is a journey in which he intends to pray for the kingdom.
I am part of this arrangement because I'm a leader, I'm a Catholic, first and foremost. I identify with my people, so what they are doing, I do, for as long as it's good.
This is the journey taking us to Namugongo. We have just passed from Namaojoro, now approaching the areas of Mukono, where this part of the pilgrims will be having a stopover, probably to at least refresh. They have some sort of trying to get some medication for those who need a bit of massaging and other medical attention. Then we understand they will be having some prayers later on in the day from Mukono, where they will spend the night before setting off tomorrow, Wednesday 31st May 2023, for the final journey, which will see them arrive finally at Namugongo Catholic Martyrs Shrine.
As pilgrims move to Namugongo, there is a lot to cherish about this faithful walk. Along Jinja Mukono Kampala Highway, both medical personnel and ambulances were deployed to offer on-time assistance to those in need.
They have pains, the back pains. Yes, it's only few who had other comorbidity like diabetic, whereby we transported them to the hospital.
This 72-year-old pilgrim is among those heading to Namugongo. She tells us this is her 60th day of the journey. This journey at one moment put traffic at a standstill. At midday, the pilgrims made their way to St. Paul's Catholic Parish in Mukono City. And here, we interacted with some of the pilgrims. However, police wants them to be vigilant.
Our Ugandans here, our people are coming from the villages. They are not used to town
this influx of vehicles on the road. So I have encouraged them to move in groups.
By close of the day, these pilgrims will refresh from here as they warm up for the final lap on Wednesday, 31st May 2023, where they are expected to be joined by, among others, the Right Reverend Charles Martin Wamika, the Speaker of Parliament Anita Among, and Kasule Justin Lumumba.
As it stands, after them having food, they'll have time to rest.
For members of the community residing within these areas of Mukono and its neighborhood, especially between Mukono and Seta, this is just a travel tip for Wednesday, 31st May 2023. We expect in the morning hours these huge numbers of pilgrims who are ranging between 10,000 to 20,000 to be marching from this spot to Seta before they connect to Namugongo Martyrs Shrine. Therefore, you can be advised to travel early or plan better. Robert Onyango, UBC News, Mukono.
Thank you so much, Robert Onyango, for that story there. But we'll remain with the Martyrs Day momentarily. And as Uganda prepares to celebrate Martyrs Day on 3rd June, security has been tightened along key entrances to Namugongo Martyrs Shrine. UPDF and other security organs have taken over security along key roads in Namugongo, checking everyone before accessing the shrine.
With few days left for 3rd June Martyrs Day celebration, security remains a major priority to safeguard thousands of pilgrims who are expected to throng Namugongo shrines. Different units of police and the army are being deployed to major entrances that lead to Namugongo Catholic Martyrs Shrine. Joint security bodies are manning key areas at Namugongo Catholic Martyrs Shrine, with the anti-terrorism police and UPDF taking over security for major routes to Namugongo Shrine, and a thorough check conducted to everyone accessing the shrine.
Security is a bit tight because when we were at the mass, it was just announced abruptly that everybody, there's a security. Everybody should come out of the compound, and then you are going to be checked afresh. And then we said, oh, what is it that is being said? Because I did not understand their language. It's the nurse who announced that. And then when coming out, and then we were told that you should not even take your bag, just go straight outside the gate. So we went outside the gate when we were scared. And then after being checked, we just came back.
Pilgrims feel safe with the presence of security at the shrines.
Even, okay, I've never been at this place, but I'm very happy because anywhere where there is security, you know, that is, the place is secure. Without seeing the officers around, no, the place is not secured. Yeah, that's what I can tell about Uganda. They are good people.
Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
Sada Mubale with that story there. Now, security forces, meanwhile, have met leaders of Chira municipality and village chiefs to discuss security during the 3rd June Martyrs Day. The meeting was organized by Kampala Metropolitan Police Commander Tanui Stephen.
While addressing the leaders of Kira municipality and village chiefs, the police commander in Kampala Metropolitan, Stephen Tanui, says the aim is to collaborate with everyone during these Martyrs Day celebrations.
You have really to work with the chairpersons. You don't need any arrogant officer here. You have to have very, very good customer care. The area which you are not clean, you are free to tell us and we clean it. The forces are there now.
He called for cooperation with the officers for better security results.
So this is the time. Even the criminals have now come. And they will say, Tibade Namugongo, Kusaba.
Kampala Metropolitan Traffic Police Commander Kauma Sereko Rogers explains the traffic flow.
Enteekateeka twagikola bulungi omwaka oguwedde awantu ne wabanga wali organized bulungi
The local leaders, however, asked for identity cards that will distinguish them from other people while doing their work. Pilgrims have already started arriving to celebrate this year's Martyrs Day, which is scheduled for 3rd June. Story compiled by John Towaire, Proscovia.
Now, over 500 pilgrims have been attended to by Jinja Diocesan Health Office at Namugongo Martyrs Shrine, and one person with diabetes was referred to hospital as pilgrims continue to flock the place in preparation for 3rd June. A nurse from Jinja Diocesan Health Office, Angela Nairuba, says they have deployed medical experts in various illnesses to handle pilgrims. We have more in this story.
As pilgrims arrive at Namugongo Catholic Martyrs Shrine, the first tent they meet is for the reception by the organizing diocese for this year's Martyrs Day Jinja Diocese. Next to this tent is one for Uganda Red Cross, where volunteers and staff have been deployed to attend to pilgrims because from the long distances they trek, they obviously get health complications. Their beds laid to have these pilgrims lay as they are being attended to by health experts in first aid from Uganda Red Cross.
A lot of health issues, wounds, swollen our limbs, so we come here to support them with a relief. We give them relief in terms of pain management, through what we call first aid management. So we have our ambulances been managing, giving bandaging, massage, painkillers. So far we've managed 50 people, but the number keeps increasing every day.
The organizing diocese partnered with Centenary Bank to give them tents from where they are giving first aid and treatment to pilgrims. Jinja Diocesan Health Office has since 25th May handled over 500 pilgrims with diabetes and hypertension, as the most diseases being diagnosed. One patient was referred.
Trying to do the massage, we are trying to do the first aid, and in case there is any case that is beyond us, we are referring to Z Angelina and other facilities around. But so far, we've referred one to Z Angelina, who had diabetes and he was almost going to coma. It is diabetes because most of them are a bit elderly, so diabetes and hypertension, and most of them are forgetting their medicine at home. So what we do, we assess and we give what we can. Those who know what they are using, we can give. Those who don't know, we still manage with what we can manage.
Maria Ndabika is one of the pilgrims from Rukidi who arrived around 1 in the afternoon with swollen legs and was being attended to by a nurse. The Interreligious Council Uganda also partnered with TB Activity, a program being implemented under Ministry of Health and funded by USAID Local Partners Health Service to diagnose and treat TB. These are on ground to screen everyone for TB and COVID-19, give treatment and also preventive treatment to those without TB.
Diocese heads, and they're the ones that are actually helping us reach out to the people that they moved within their cluster. As of today, we've so far managed to do 70 chest x-rays, and we've got 2 positives.
A number of tents have been erected for various hospitals whose doctors are expected to go to Namugongo and attend to illnesses of pilgrims. I'm Nafka Farida and Stephen Kalisia at Namugongo.
Now, believers have been advised to enhance their faith as the martyrs did so that their prayers are fulfilled. Now, this was in the preaching of Father Peter Komba from a Missionary of Africa during novena prayers to remember Saint Matia Mulumba at the Catholic Shrine in Namugongo.
As Uganda prepares to commemorate 3rd June Martyrs Day, the Catholic Church has held prayers to celebrate Saint Matia Mulumba Day. Saint Matia Mulumba is the patron of chiefs and families.
He was martyred at Old Kampala. He was one of those who were really brutally martyred. His limbs were cut piece to piece from the 27th. On the 28th, when he was suffering, he was baptized. He still remained for a day. 3 days in suffering, he never said a word to denounce his faith. He died a strength to those who were to face the biggest martyrdom to come on the 3rd of June here in Namugongo.
The Mass was led by Reverend Father Peter Komba from Missionaries of Africa.
During the martyrdom, when it started, he was the biggest encouragement to the martyrs, as he had a family of his own and had children and was looking after the others, and he encouraged the martyrs not to be afraid.
He appealed to parents to train children the spirit of faith from childhood in order to have the next good generation.
He is a pillar of the martyrs of Uganda, and we are honored to be able to celebrate with him. The one thing we are praying today is saying, Santa Matias Mulumba, pray for us, pray with us.
Martyrs Day is commemorated every 3rd of June. This year's celebration is led by Jinja Diocese. Joseph Oko and Andrew Sebra, UBC.
Now, Munyonyo Martyrs Shrine housed a palace from where judgment was passed to kill the 22 servants of King Mwanga who declined to renounce Christianity. Now, the head of laity Munyonyo Parish, Moguluma Gerald, says the king was transferred to Munyonyo Palace after his palace in Mengo had been hit by lightning, and this coupled with a failed wild animal hunting. He returned to the palace a frustrated and angry man. Farida Nafuka reports.
The celebrated world over 45 Uganda martyrs started their fate of death from Kabaka Mwanga II's palace at Munyonyo, present-day Munyonyo Shrine. However, this place has been developed from a shrine to now a minor basilica.
It had a prison, I really wanted to know that, and it would act as a court. By the king sitting on his throne, he would now judge or pass judgment, pass decrees and policies. Those, the Uganda martyrs chose to follow the new religion. And the process, this actually angered him more, that he passed sentence that they should be killed.
Many of the pages that fell victims of execution was due to frustrations and anger that Kabaka Mwanga II had registered on a hunting expedition when he returned home.
Went for a hunting expedition to hunt hippopotamus. He lost his golden gun, as he had told you. He lost his golden gun, so he couldn't proceed with the hunting. So he had to return back in the palace without meat, since he had gone to hunt hippopotamus. Instead of coming back with meat, he came back with 2 geese because the gun had been fallen into waters. So on his way back, he met a fortune teller who corrupted his mind the more.
He turned the anger on the pages whom he never found at the palace. They had gone to attend prayers administered by the white missionaries, Father Laudel, Mapela and Brother C.T. Amansi, commonly known in Uganda as Amansi. Den Sebugwao, one of Kabaka Mwanga's personal attendant, was also absent. On return, he was asked by Mwanga where he was coming. He told Mwanga that he was from learning the new Christian religion. His response never spared him. Kabaka Mwanga responded with a spear to his chest to scare other servants. In the very place where Kabaka Mwanga II stabbed Den Sebugwao to death, a church has been built with a monument in honor of Sebugwao.
When Dennis came back and told him, where are you from? He told him, I'm from attending catechism. So the king had a lot of We compared a lot of things. The palace was struck by lightning, the golden gun has fallen into waters, the pages are not here to welcome him. So he was very bitter. Started spearing Dennis instantly in the chest. So after spearing him very many times in the chest, he left him to the executioners, by then who was called Impiga, to complete the work of killing him.
Following this traumatizing incident, Kabaka Mwanga summoned all his servants and asked them to denounce the new Christianity religion. In vain, they disobeyed his orders. This worsened the situation. Mwanga was left with no option but to order his royal guards take them to the execution center at Namugongo, from where the chief executioner exercised his powers to kill them.
When he told them that whoever's ready to denounce Christianity, go on the left-hand side. Those who are ready to follow Christ, go on the left-hand side. You are very bad people. So that's when Charles Rwanga held a hand of Kizito Omuto, the youngest martyr we had, who was around 14, 15 years, and went on the left-hand side as a sign that for us we are ready to follow Christ. And then the rest followed. That's when he became angry and imprisoned them.
Andrew Kagwa served in the palace and was talented in music, dance and drama. He was a Munyoro who had come to Buganda as a prisoner of war, but later turned out to be a close friend to Kabaka Mwanga too. Kagwa had been converted, baptized and trained as a Catholic catechist. The fact that he wasn't present at the palace, then Katikiro of Buganda, Mukasa, advised Kabaka Mwanga that Kagwa too be executed. Andrew Kagwa was killed on 26th May, and his statue was erected in front of the Minor Basilica Martyrs Church at Munyonyo. In this very spot is a tomb where his remains were buried.
But these people had a target that even if the king changes his mind, still Andrew would be on his way to death. Since the pangas they were using, all the tools they were using by then were poisonous, that's why they had to cut one of his arm, that even if the king changes his mind, still Andrew will have to die. So they brought him, tied him on the tree, as you can see, with the ropes, cut one of his arm, cut off one of his arm, took it to the prime minister, came back, beheaded him, as he told you, beheaded him and cut him into pieces. So, and he was left for vultures to eat. That's why you're seeing a very small tomb down there, because most of his body parts were eaten by vultures.
After the judgment by King Mwanga to have the servants who refused to denounce Christianity executed, the leader of the Martyrs, Charles Rwanga, decided to first baptize 3 of the pages because he knew they are going to be killed. There is a monument of Charles Rwanga baptizing Kizito Omuto at Munyonyo Martyrs Shrine on 26th of May, 1886. On the same day of 26th of May, martyrs were flogged against the other and lined to start the trek of faith. However, 3 of them, Ponsiano Ngondwe, died on Salama Road. Joseph Mukasa Balikudembe died in Kampala at a place called Owino, now named St. Balikudembe Market, and Matia Mulumba died around Old Kampala. Churches were erected in all these places where the martyrs died.
It's better I die from here. That's why you see different martyrs went on dying along the way. They would have died, all of them would have died in Namugongo. But those who felt that even if I push up to Namugongo, still I'm going to die, yet I'm in pain. So they felt like I should die from this very spot. Good enough, I gave out my life to Christ. The king actually to kill Ponsiano. Was it that? He was a very muscular, a very muscular man. So he could scare others to move up, to push up to Namugongo. So they had to kill him, not to scare others or not to stop others from walking up to Namugongo. So that's one of the reasons why maybe Ponsiano was killed.
The martyrs spent some days trekking to Namugongo execution site. The terrible conditions that they were being taken through by the royal guards delayed them, and they were executed on 3rd June 1886. A mwafu tree was planted on the 26th of May in memory of this day, when the king sentenced Christian servants to death. I'm Nafka Farida and Mary Namkose in Munyonyo.
Jerry-con. Jerry-con. Hey, Master Blaster. Touch him, man. Buy Jerry-con with muscle. Those ones who say go for you only. Mundava. First group is I teach you. When I go with the muscari, because of the cover is very far. Is you serious? It's serious you. What? Yeah? You step it on it. Add kilometers to your legs and you get your sugar. We buy meat from Umaru and Umaru refuse to give you enough meat. Show him that they don't joke with you. Umaru,
okukakaluka n'okulungi kwetaagako omuntu akuyambako n'olwekyo tujja kukuteerawo embeera esaanidde osobole okukola ekisinga awamu teri kitulema.
The Ministry of Health will conduct yellow fever preventive mass vaccination campaign for all persons aged 9 months up to 60 years. These people should have never been vaccinated against yellow fever. The yellow fever campaign will be conducted in phases, with the first phase covering districts in the regions of Arua, Gulu, Lira, Kabare, Kabarore, and Hoima. The campaign will begin on the 9th of June and end on the 13th of June 2023 and will be conducted in all government health facilities and outreach posts. All parents and caregivers are requested to take their children aged 9 months to the nearest health facility and outreach posts to get vaccinated against yellow fever disease. All adults aged up to 60 years but have never been vaccinated should go to health facilities and vaccination outreach posts to get vaccinated against yellow fever. Ministry of Health calls upon everybody to report any person who presents with signs and symptoms such as yellowing of eyes, fever, headache, muscle pain, feeling of vomiting or nausea, vomiting, and general body weakness or fatigue to the nearest health facility or health worker immediately for medical attention. This could be yellow fever. Yellow fever vaccine is a single dose given once in a lifetime. The yellow fever vaccine is safe, effective, and free. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from Gavi and partners.
Glow as you are with the new Spark 10 series smartphone from Airtel in partnership with Tecno. Own the timelines with picture-perfect selfies using the 32-megapixel selfie camera, 256GB storage, G88 gaming processor.
The Spark 10 smartphone comes with free 3GB from Airtel, so you can stay connected to a world of possibilities. Dial *100*5# to enjoy free data.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
In partnership with Tecno. Stop at nothing.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Mbara and Jinja.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
Did you know that you can safely and conveniently make your school fees payments anytime, any school, anywhere using Airtel Money? Oh yes! Simply pick up your phone and dial *185#. Select option 6, school fees. Choose between school pay, peg pay, or shore pay. Enter student number. Enter amount, confirm name and transaction. Enter Airtel Money PIN. A confirmation message will be sent to you upon a successful transaction. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Are you ready to make a positive impact on our environment? Mark your calendars because World Environment Day 2023 is around the corner. The National Environment Management Authority, NEMA, calls upon all Ugandans to join millions of people across the globe to commemorate World Environment Day on 5th June 2023 under the theme Stop Plastic Pollution. There will be an exhibition on the theme at Kololo Ceremonial Ground. The celebration will be combined with the International Day for Biodiversity 2023. This is how you can get involved. Spread the word in your community. Participate in cleanups in your neighborhood. Plant a tree. Opt for alternatives to Kavela. Recycle, reuse and repurpose plastic. Let your actions inspire others to follow the suit. NEMA, ensuring sustainable development in partnership with Uganda Biodiversity Fund and the Petroleum Authority of Uganda, creating lasting value in Uganda's oil journey.
Welcome back from that break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. On sign language, it is Elizabeth Nakakoni, and I am Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma. Chira Municipality Member of Parliament Ibrahim Ssemujju Nganda has added his voice to call for an end to corruption if the country is to enhance self-reliance. Now, this follows a section of critics that have rallied against the Anti-Homosexuality Act 2023 in the spirit of influencing development partners to stop supporting the national budget. Ssemujju says the high appetite for corruption has greatly crippled the status of financial independence of the country.
In less than 48 hours after President Yoweri Museveni assented to the Anti-Homosexuality Act 2023, critics have projected a decline in economic growth as a result of implementation of the law.
We had to make a choice as a country. Do we allow homosexuals to turn Uganda into a safe haven where they raid our schools and recruit our children, print and distribute promotion materials, or we can risk losing financing? These are the questions that we have to ask, and these are the questions that many of us MPs asked ourselves.
In the upcoming budget for financial year 2023-2024, 8.6 trillion will be accessed through external financing, whereas 29.67 trillion will be through domestic revenue. Kira Municipality Member of Parliament Ibrahim Ssemujju Nganda says the Anti-Homosexuality Act is a risky law, but worth taking.
So you have nearly more than 10 trillion shilling coming into Uganda through grant, through loans, and through budget support. So if they stop all that money, government will be in a very tricky position. First of all, the money that we borrow from EU is money that you borrow at 0 point something interest. The money you borrow from China is at 4 to 6%. It's at a commercial rate. So yeah, we still need their money, but we can survive without that money.
Ssemujju says Uganda needs to enhance its productivity and desist from corruption in order to improve self-reliance.
Stop being luxurious and stop stealing public resources. Then you live within your means. You reduce the budget from 52 to about 35 trillion. That budget can be financed by Ugandans.
The petitioners against the Anti-Homosexuality Act 2023 assert that the law creates hatred, abuses human rights, and was processed with bias in Parliament, calling for court to stop the implementation of the Act. The contention has been described by many as a form of lobbying from the outside constituency.
They must find technicalities. The Speaker is not a judge of a court. The Speaker is a politician. So how can you accuse a politician of being biased? And how could the Speaker have been biased in a law that was supported by everybody? Fox Odoy filed a minority report. Parliament gave him a lot of time, more time than they should have given him, and we defeated him.
Daniel Mugoya, UBC News.
Church of Uganda has applauded President Yoweri Museveni for assenting to the Anti-Homosexuality Law 2023. In a press statement read by the Provincial Secretary, Reverend Canon William Ongeng, on behalf of the Archbishop of the Anglican Church, Dr. Samuel Stephen Kazimba Mugalu, the Church, however, disagrees with the death penalty sentence since it's contrary to biblical teachings. Kazimba, however, calls for collective efforts to fight homosexuality in the country.
Following the enactment of the Anti-homosexuality Act of 2023 by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni that acts of homosexuality are illegal in Uganda and are punishable by law. With the enactment of the bill, this has raised mixed reactions from the public on how the law will be implemented. Church of Uganda, through its head, Dr. Samuel Stephen Kazimba Mugalu, has held Parliament and President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for passing and enacting the anti-homosexuality law.
We are grateful the President has assented and signed into law the Anti-homosexuality Act 2023. This ensures that Uganda does not set a legal precedent that will be difficult to overcome in the future. The LGBTQ affirming countries have shown us the negative consequences. We thank the President for not surrendering to their threats and for protecting Uganda from their path of self-destruction. Those countries that legalize homosexuality have seen a long-time decline in their population growth. Negative population growth leads to the collapse of countries, cultures, civilizations, and economies.
Although the Church is at par with the law, it however disagrees with the death penalty.
As expressed in our responses to earlier versions of anti-homosexuality bill over the last 15 years, the Church of Uganda supports life and in principle does not support the death penalty. As grievous as aggravated defilement and aggravated homosexuality are, we do not support the death penalty for those crimes and continue to recommend life imprisonment instead.
Archbishop Dr. Samuel Stephen Kazimba Mugalu called for collective efforts so that now the law plays its part in addressing the immoral acts of homosexuality in the country.
LGBTQ relationships should not be promoted in school curricula, in cartoons, in so-called human rights workshops, or any other fora as normative. The Anti-homosexuality Act 2023 is good, and we are grateful to the President for assenting to it. But it will not solve all of our problems. We must also examine our own hearts and repent of sexual greed.
Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
We'll take yet another short break and return with the latest in business.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Molt Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
Their support meant so much to me. And as a teenage girl, I stayed focused and was protected from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. I will support other girls against child marriage and teenage pregnancy.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sawuti 116.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Bara and Jinja.
The Magical Egypt Tour 2023 is here. A heavenly miracle waiting across the natural and divine attractions of Egypt, such as Cairo, Giza Pyramids, Saqqara, Memphis, and many more that will offer the gift of a lifetime. The chance to unlock all of the hidden powers of mind and soul, gain the enlightenment of the past and the future, and develop the power of healing. Departure will be Friday 16th up to 23rd June 2023. Basic package starting at $1,200, 8 days and 7 nights. To register, come to Gotove Tours and Travel at Namugongo Complex Suta, UG's Extender, George Street, Nakasero, or call +256 758 530 059 or +256 784 568 392 or WhatsApp +256 782 556 078. Only few slots are left. Powered by UBC Television.
Welcome back. Let's have a look now at the latest in business. And our vendors and traders have converged in hundreds at Namugongo Martyrs Shrine, anticipating to cash in from the tens of thousands of pilgrims who are trickling in by the day. Our crew has been at Namugongo to assess the business situation as the clock to the D-Day ticks.
At the Martyrs Shrine in Namugongo is not only about prayers but also about business. As you can see right behind me, the electricians are doing their work just to have this place safe and secure. Where hundreds and even thousands of people converge, the biggest business is undoubtedly food, and the situation is not any different here at Namugongo Martyrs Shrine.
Yes, the business I'm selling chapat, cassava, sambusas, chicken, tea, porridge, but the time what I'm selling is not working properly. Yeah, because of money. Some people, they don't have money, they have little money.
So you've been here, when did you set up your store?
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday?
Yes.
The 29th?
Yes, 29th.
This is your second day here. So far, how do you see the situation?
Actually, as per now, the situation is not yet okay. But they promised us that by 1st, 2nd, 3rd, everything will be okay. But as per now, things have not yet gone well.
Is it the first time you're setting up a stall in Namugongo, or you've been here previously?
It's my first time. Yeah, but I'm getting encouraged by the number of people and according to the sales we are making. It's promising.
We've talked to some people and all of them are complaining that people are bargaining a lot. They are being forced to sell their food cheaply because you see someone coming through, you're selling food for like 7,000, someone says 4,000. Have you had an interaction with people who are bargaining a lot?
Yes, I've had an interaction with people who are bargaining, but now you don't have to chase them because most of the pilgrims are coming from up country, and the fact that most of them stay in the rural areas, they eat cheap food, so you don't expect them to get food at an expensive price. So for me, I give them food according to the way they come.
Despite the business community complaining of business being slow here at Namugongo Martyrs Shrine, they're optimistic of better days.
Because since the sales are promising, I think we shall make more money.
After the scorching early morning sunshine came the heavy downpour in the afternoon, and that is obviously the sign of blessings. Dennis Igoa for UBC News at the Namugongo Market.
Sports news now, and we're looking at football, where two-time Uganda Cup winners Vipers SC are in the Uganda Cup finals despite losing 1-0 to Solitilo Bright Stars FC at Kavuma Recreation Grounds. Nelson Senkatuka's goal secured victory for Bright Stars, though not enough to have them glide to their second final in history. The Venoms had done all the damage in the first leg, winning 4-0 at the St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende. Vipers now will battle Police FC in the final this Saturday at the Akibua Memorial Stadium in Lira.
Winning the chance of ball one-on-one with the goalkeeper and sliding that ball past the goalkeeper. All in all, you can see from the replay there that the communication was lacking. Hilary Mukundani coming in slightly late in what could have been at least a goal for the Vipers. It was more pressing coming in from Loki, and that from Torach sent Loki bleeding, and a yellow card.
And that story brings us to the end of this first edition of News Tonight here on UBC TV. Our next edition will come your way at 10 p.m. on sign language. It's been Elizabeth Nakakuni, and I am Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma. See you at 10.
UBC